When you think about the music world, and especially rap, rarely you think about rappers who are making their names before they're 18 or even 21 in most cases, and yet there are a ton of young rappers who are doing just that and even better. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Did you want to win any of these items on the screen? If so, be sure to watch the whole video, leave a like, and comment the hidden message. And with that being said, let's get right back into the video. Lil Tecca.
We're gonna get into that tonight.
Yep, I just stay home. I just be doing me.
All right, cool. So what made you want to get into the game?
I started rapping because of Xbox.
There are many ways to measure success. That's just how the business works. But in the case of Lil Tecca, there's absolutely no doubt that he's one of the biggest success stories under 18 in the last few years. If for no other reason than he released a song that over the course of a few months got him to the number 4 spot on the Billboard Top 100 chart, got him signed by a record label, and of course, got him a lot of money, and he's only 17. Lil Tecca actually started rapping when he was 9 years old, which is very impressive when you think about it. He would make diss tracks against his friends for fun, but then in 2016, he started to make rap music for real, eventually making the track that would propel him into the rap world at a large with Ransom.
Right now, I'm just doing the same thing I used to do, just listening to music, because I know what good music sound like.
Yeah.
So I just go to the studio and try to make it.
He was smart about it though. He teased the song's release on Instagram for weeks, and then in 2019, he dropped the music video that truly shot him into fame. Knowing he had lightning in the bottle, he dropped his debut mixtape, We Love You Tecca, got onto the charts, sold 67,000 units, and was signed by Republic Records. All of this within a span of a few months. You understand how crazy that is? Just as crazy, he just got done doing a 20-city tour for his music, which means he's truly a sensation. What's next for Lil Tecca? Hard to say, but it's going to be big, it's going to be unique, and it's going to be before he turns 18, 19, 20, and even 21. NLE Choppa.
I wanted to be a rapper pretty much like a year ago, and ever since that, I started taking it serious since then.
Known for his 3 Shotta Flow tracks, Bird Boy, and more, NLE Choppa has truly made a name for himself in the rap industry, including being one of the hottest up-and-coming rappers in the world today. He was raised in Memphis, Tennessee, and he, like many before him, started out his career by making music on SoundCloud in 2018. But he wasn't NLE Choppa then, he was YNWB Choppa. As that name, he dropped some tracks, a mixtape, and more. But then he got famous not for his voice, but his dance moves. He was featured on a music video called No Chorus, and his moves got him a lot of attention, which he used to his advantage by making the first Shotta Flow track, which helped rocket him into stardom. Since Shotta Flow, he signed with an independent label, which has allowed him to have full control of his music. He's had 2 gold records and 1 platinum. He even was able to get onto the Billboard Top 100s and reach number 37, all before he was 18, and he still hasn't released his debut album yet. But don't worry, that's coming soon. You hear the phrase the sky's the limit for some people, but many times it's not true. For NLE Choppa, it might just be. LoMozi.
Maybe next year. Anyway,
It's your fault. You know what I'm saying?
welcome, man. So you're 17 years old, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
For many of these young rappers, they're making history in their own ways, and that's what makes them so special when compared to all the other rappers in the world who have been making records over their long careers or have failed to make a name for themselves despite having experience and age. It happens, what can you do? Well, for the rapper known as LoMozi, he set himself apart from virtually every other rapper when he became the youngest XXL freshman ever at the age of only 17. For those who don't know, the XXL freshman list is from a magazine that helps highlight some of the young and up-and-coming rappers who they feel have a good chance of making it big in the rap world. They then let the freshmen do a music track with their fellow freshmen to show off their style and abilities, and for LoMozi, he actually got to rap alongside the Baby, who is a relatively big name in the rap world right now for various reasons and others. But here's the twist: despite getting a lot of fame and attention for being on that list at the age of 17, he himself admitted that he was actually rather terrible in the freestyle that he did. But by the admission of others, while the freestyle itself was bad, the fact that he was able to freestyle as he did, it was impressive, because not everyone in rap can freestyle. LoMozi is aware of what he can do and can't do, and he's been working hard to improve himself over the years. He was another of the SoundCloud rappers, and in 2016 he started uploading songs to the site with only the most basic equipment to his name. That's not to be looked down at though, that's to be praised. Many rappers get too scared to put their stuff out there even with amazing equipment, yet he did it with the bare bones stuff. This led to him getting a following there, and then he made his track noticed and made a music video for it on YouTube, and it now has over 155 million views. Many feel that this was the track that got the attention of XXL. Since then, he's released several tracks that have over 10 million views on YouTube and has released 2 albums, one of which has gone gold in terms of sales. In many ways, LoMozi has proof that even when you're not good at a certain part of a genre, you can still be a big name. He's actively working to make himself better so that he can excel in all styles of rap, and there are some haters that say he doesn't have talent, but his success, that speaks for itself. YNWB Slime.
So you're traveling all over the world. How has life been for B Slime as of late?
Normal.
Normal.
You might know the YNW line of rappers if you've been in the industry long enough, but when it comes to the young rapper known as YNWB Slime, it's a bit of a different story, and also a tragic one as he's the younger brother of YNW Melly, who is currently in jail for taking the lives of 2 other YNW members, but more on that later. How YNWB Slime got into the world of music is actually rather funny given the circumstances. You see, he was at a music studio with his brother Melly and other members of the crew when one of the studio people went up to him and told him to freestyle. He obliged and apparently wowed the studio exec, who told him to do this for real and be a rapper like his brother. YNWB Slime adamantly states that he makes his own music and his own lyrics and has had no help from his brother, which is appropriate because it wasn't until after YNW Melly got arrested that B Slime started to release his own tracks on SoundCloud. Eventually he would do a song and music video for Slime Dreams on YouTube and got over 13 million views as a result. And did I mention he's 12? Because at this young age he's released multiple tracks and released his debut project, did 7 music videos, and he's still going to school. All of this is really good to hear because it's very likely that his brother won't be getting out of jail. The charges against him are very serious and the evidence does indicate that he did the deed. So without his brother around, it's important that B Slime is able to stand on his own 2 feet, and that seems to be what's going to happen. Bad Baby.
I'm the same, but it was just like a mind thing, and now I'm just like, I just go do what I gotta do.
There may be no better example of someone spinning 15 minutes of fame into a career, or that her society has definitely hit rock bottom, than Danielle Cash Me Outside Bergoli, a teenager who originally appeared on Dr. Phil's show thanks to her terrible treatment of her mother. The troubled teen, who also goes by the name Bad Baby, originally appeared on Dr. Phil in September of 2016 for a segment titled I Want to Give Up My Car-Stealing, Knife-Wielding, Twerking 13-year-old Daughter Who Tried to Frame Me for a Crime. Talk about a mouthful. After the audience started laughing at her, she responded with her now legendary catchphrase, Catch Me Outside. How about that? The episode and the catchphrase took off online, and Bergoli reappeared on the show in February of 2017 to discuss her life since her first appearance, and without the studio audience. Going back to her original appearance, Dr. Phil dared to ask the question that just about everyone was thinking. Did you drop out in the 5th grade? The answer was no. She actually dropped out in the 7th grade. Such an improvement. Her now legendary catchphrase was used in the chorus of a rap song by DJ Suede, the Remix God, which was her first entrance into the Billboard Hot 100. That showed her that she may have a future as a rapper after some initial reticence. She recorded a few songs and released her first single titled These Hoes in August of 2017, reaching number 77 on the Hot 100 charts, making Bergoli the youngest female rapper to ever chart on the Billboard. I would like to say that this was the end of her fame, but it wasn't. She's since worked with many big name rappers including Lil Yachty in a song that has over 130 million views. Many of her other songs have over 10 million views as well. I'm not gonna lie to you, hearing that Bad Baby has been such a success is kind of frightening. She was supposed to be a kid getting helped on Dr. Phil, and instead it got turned into a rap career that has been successful, and now her family can't say crap about her because her outrageous personality got her fame and money. One of those things being $1 million deal with Atlantic Records and a massive tour that took her from California to Germany. Love her or hate her, Bad Baby has made her name known, and she's not gonna stop. Lil Blurry.
Ride of your life right now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
How does it feel?
It's crazy. It's fast.
There are a lot of stereotypes in the rap world today, and one of them has to do with race. Mainly, the vast majority of those who do rap are African American, which is true in a certain view, but that doesn't mean that other ethnicities don't get involved in it. Rap fans know this for a fact since 2 of the biggest names in rap are white, via Eminem and Logic. But in the case of Lil Blurry, he definitely breaks the stereotype because not only is he white, he's 12. Yes, we have a 12-year-old rapper who is not only famous in the rap world, but has been praised for his music quality. Admittedly, he has slowed down his outpouring of music, but that doesn't mean he's done. That just means he's in a creative phase right now, which is something every rapper goes through. What's interesting about Lil Blurry is many-fold, not the least of which is that he followed the trend of many young rappers who want to get on the big stage by uploading various songs to SoundCloud. Eventually, he made a song called Now I Made It, and that was the song that helped him rise above the rest. This was due in large part to the rapper known as Boozy, who after hearing this kid rap, signed him to his label, helped him make his music video for Now I Made It, and introduced him to other rap legends so that he could grow. All this fame allowed him to get millions of views on YouTube for said music video, as well as getting millions of hits on SoundCloud. And again, he's 12. What were you doing at 12? I bet it wasn't making money doing music. As for what he's doing right now, that's a little up for debate. Many feel that he's doing his debut album, possibly for Boozy's record label, but that's unconfirmed. However, there are rumors that this is not only true, but that DJ Khaled will make an appearance on this album. So let's recap, shall we? This is a 12-year-old white kid with looks that definitely don't scream I'm a rapper, and yet he's already got fame, money, hit songs, big connections in the rap world, and more. Yeah, makes you question what you're doing with your life, right? Maddie B.
Just watch him, and then one day he just decided to put me on YouTube, and the next morning it got 500,000 views.
Let's stick with the young white rappers for a bit and head to the one known as Maddie B. And you know the history of the internet stars. You'll know that Maddie B is very special in that history book. Why is that? It's simple. Back in 2010, when he was only 7 years old, he started to upload his music to YouTube. Nothing weird about that, right? Except he wasn't technically doing his own beats. He was doing remixes of some songs from Justin Bieber, Eminem, and other popular artists. And because his channel Maddie B Raps was so fresh and interesting in the context of YouTube at the time, which wasn't what it is right now, people really started to get invested in this. And I mean really getting invested. He was getting hundreds of thousands of views in a few weeks of each song release, which in the context of today's YouTube would be like a video getting 1 million views in a few days. He was popular. He became an internet sensation for what he did, and that got him onto shows like The Today Show, Wendy Williams, Dr. Phil, I kid you not, and he even did a remix with Vanilla Ice for his classic track Ice Ice Baby. The kid is a bona fide star, and you might think that after his brush with fame that he lost his light and became just a regular kid afterwards, right? Not even close. He kept this going for nearly a decade, and he's still doing it. His YouTube channel is still full of people wanting to listen to his music and watch his music videos, and now he's doing his own tracks versus his own remixes of tracks. To be fair, he hasn't released a debut album in all of this time, but it honestly doesn't matter when you're making money off of millions of views on your songs on YouTube. I know some of you may still question his popularity, but if you need to think of this in the grander scope, Maddie B was very much one of the first internet rappers that popped up in the world. The internet was still growing in 2010, and YouTube was only about 5 years old by then, and was still growing itself. As for rap, that was still the age of Eminem and certain other acts at their peak, and the thought of anyone making their living or name via the internet was a very hard sell. So in many ways, Maddie B built the path for not just YouTube stars in the music realm, but is the inspiration for people uploading their tracks to YouTube to get attention and potentially make a name for themselves. And obviously this helped lead to the SoundCloud rapper boom, so this guy should get a lot more credit than you think. Mattox.
Mattox saw me. They was like the first people to hit me up. I was like, damn.
Okay, at this point, it's kind of crazy how famous and young these rappers are. And Mattox is another great example of this because he came out of nowhere in 2017 to become a big name. And I do mean that in the literal sense. Go to 2016 and you would have never heard of him. But by the middle of 2017, he made a 2-minute music video track called Overwhelming that rapped about him flexing in the trenches. Another thing that helped set this music video apart from others was that it was a music video that featured him with his friends playing with fidget spinners and more. And did I mention he was 12 when he did this? Because yeah, he was 12 when he did it. This song was a viral sensation and has gotten over 27 million views on YouTube since its release in 2017, and that led to him getting a massive documentary piece via Vice. This allowed Mattox to get even more fame, which actually led him to signing a record deal with Warner Bros. And rumors are that said deal was potentially worth over $1 million for a 12-year-old kid with one song. Don't get me wrong, he did go and make more songs, including his 2018 debut album Ox, which not only featured his own tracks, but a collaboration with another famous rapper in Chief Keef, which is a pretty cool collaboration to have in your first album, if I do say so myself. Arguably, the best part about his debut album was that it proved he wasn't a one-hit wonder. He got a lot of positive reviews for his tracks and style. The irony though was that 2019 barely had anything come out from him. He only released one track, and while it was well received, you have to wonder why he only did one song, especially since he's now signed with Motown Records. It's possible he was working on his next big album, which obviously could change things. Or maybe, he's busy being a kid. I'm just saying he's not even 15 yet. He doesn't have to live the full-on life music maker's life like others. Let him be a kid for a little while longer, and when he's ready to fully dedicate himself to music, you can bet he'd be ready to dive right in. But maybe 2019 was his chance to be a kid again. Who knows? And there you have it, a series of rappers who are doing well enough in the industry and yet aren't even 18. Can you believe the talent of these kids? Do you dig how they're pushing themselves to be the next big thing and not letting any notions of age get between them and the goal? Do you already listen to some of these rappers? If so, which ones? Let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe. I'm King Trending, and I'll see you next time.
A simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's really your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Go for it.